Maybe Big Dale in the building. I can't hear you. I can hear you just fine before we went on. I can't hear you at all. I see you turn it on. Nope, nope. I can see you just fine. If you want to get back out and get back in, you can. Can you hear me? I don't know what's going on. I see your internet ain't on par. That thing on zero. I don't know if y'all can hear me, man. I set up my mic different. Whoever in the building, man, give me a one in the chat as everybody else does. A one in the chat if whoever it is can hear me, because I can't hear myself. So somebody let me know. But what's up, y'all, man? December to remember 2023. Unpopular celebrities. Let's see if we got Dale back in the
Can you hear
building.
me? Can you hear me?
In the building.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yo, I hate how that day connection works.
Lima Charlie,
man. Look at you drinking that. Yo, let me tell you, I just saw you pick up that energy drink. You gave me that drink to. You gave me that to take to work, man. They call me bougie. Talk about I'm drinking a bougie.
Hey, man. It's ultra premium energy.
Yeah, that's what
with that agave
like.
in it.
It's just an energy drink. Like it ain't nothing. But what's good with you, man?
Not much, man. It's Sunday. Seemed like this weekend went by quick. I don't remember what I did yesterday. How about you?
Bro, so Friday we had our us in the
holiday
military,
party.
we have holiday parties. Yeah, everybody else has holiday parties too, but we had our holiday party. It was cool, bro. They got me, bro. They got
What
me.
happened?
Like, first of
What
all,
they get you with?
let me say this. let me say this. I love my commander to death, bro. Major Berardo's the truth, man. For real, for real. Like, for real, for real. You know, I would talk bad about people if they ain't, but she the truth, man. So I do anything for Major Berardo. Anything that's not illegal, unethical, or immoral. And maybe if it is, I might still do it. But
Right.
so she asked me to get in the she asked me to get in the Santa Claus suit.
Oh
So I
yeah.
was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was like, cool. So I show up. They ain't got it. So I'm like, hey, I ain't finna go get it and
Right.
put it on. Like, they better go get it. So,
And
of
they had the
course,
whole suit,
the
beard and
whole suit,
everything.
bro. Beard and everything, bro. Everything. They got me. I'll show those pictures out there. They'll get them for me at some point, but they ain't gonna make
Yeah.
it on unpopular celebrities. I'll tell you where they ain't gonna make it at.
Hey.
But so we had that. That was cool, man. Everybody seemed like they had a good time and stuff. Had some good prizes. I lost every prize.
I don't
Every
never
prize.
win those things, bro.
I was like,
I
man,
don't
my
know.
ticket even in there?
Yeah. What was like the biggest prize y'all had? Like
so
the most expensive?
so I don't know what the most expensive. They had a PlayStation, 2 Xboxes, 2 TVs, the Oculus joints, 2 Nintendo,
Man, can
three
we get away
Nintendo
from
Switches.
TVs, man? I'm like,
Man,
I'm tired of
everybody
seeing these damn TVs. Like, if you
you
ain't got
got
like a 50-inch plus by now, like they're going for like 2, 3. Like, it's time to move on, man. You don't need one.
but what else would you do? Just save it up for one big old gift?
Yeah, like we were talking about like I don't know if they did it or not, but they had like a $300 no, not $300, $500 like jacuzzi at Costco. Like we're thinking about getting stuff like that, like stuff that you're going to utilize more than just like, all right, I got a PlayStation. Like I got
Bro,
PS5 right now. I'll probably play it like 3 times. Like
yeah,
it's good to get, and then like after that, like those type of things, like you
they
forget.
fade
But
out.
like yeah, yeah, like maybe like a freaking like a Blackstone grill, like a barbecue grill, like something
Mhm.
like I don't know. Maybe I'm getting older. We were talking
That's
about
what
that. Maybe because we the old heads now. It's like man, we don't want none of that stuff no more.
that's what it
But
sounds like, man. But
it's for the
I don't
airmen though, man.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm trying to think like what else you would get. Like maybe a bed or like a gift card to go get a I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like I would say like clothes or something, but not everybody shops at the same spot.
Remember? Do you remember our first? Or I think I don't know if you went to the one we had back when we were at the bowling alley.
Yeah, yeah, that's the only one I
They were
went to.
yeah, they were giving out cruises. Like that was cool.
Yeah,
Remember?
that was cool. Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot about that. That was
yeah.
dope.
Like three,
Yeah.
5 day cruises. Yeah, that was like stuff like that.
Who man, I wonder did Martinez win that? Martinez won everything.
Yeah, yeah. That man bought
That
like
boy
300
bought
tickets
like
that day.
$500 worth of tickets.
Yeah.
He could have bought 4 prizes for how much he spent on
Oh,
trying to
oh
win.
yeah. Martinez be
Yeah.
winning. Him and
Yeah,
Sergeant
yeah,
Walker won a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But dang, who won that crew? Because they had like a year to use it. But that was a good, you're
Yeah.
right. That was a good prize. That was a dope prize. Dang, who was our DAC during that time? Was that you?
Nah, I was the year after. I think it was like Briones and them.
Uh,
Yeah, I think that was her squad. I think. But
damn,
yeah,
yeah, that was I forgot
bring
all
bring
about that.
cruises back. Bring cruises back.
Bring yeah, that would be a dope prize for real. That would be really dope, man. Let us know, y'all in the comments, man, what prizes y'all won during y'all holiday party, man. I'm interested to hear that, man. We should have done that. We should have put out a poll and said, man, what prizes would y'all want, man? We could have got a
Right.
lot of interesting gifts that people got. Because I know for cops, man, usually we do the stupid ass guns. It's always what we do.
Yeah, that was part of it too. That was another
See,
prize. Yeah,
yeah,
but there was like some legality where like they couldn't have the gun, but they could have the gift card for you to go
the
purchase
gift
your
card so you
stuff.
can go
Somebody.
purchase
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. They can't bring that shit up in the building, but
yeah.
they can have it. But I'm trying to think of what else, man. But Saturday it was a little children's holiday party. For Saturday morning, so I went to go hand out they had pancakes and stuff. So I handed out to the kids and stuff. And then right after that, the Luke men's basketball team
Oh yeah, you
played.
said that.
Yeah, yeah,
How'd
yeah.
that go?
Oh man, Vinny, man, that boy,
He can
yo,
shoot,
that
huh?
boy can shoot, bro. Like God, man, we gonna have to get him on, man. Paris, we have to get Paris on too, man, because I want to know how how he coaches all those dynamics and y'all don't know, man. Like Paris just won. I'm gonna say it wrong, but like a gold medal for the men's armed
Yeah.
forces basketball championship or something like that, all Air Force or something like that, all armed forces, whichever one it was. But we'll have to get him on, man. Talk about how he keeps all those personalities together because You know what happened to Donald, man?
No, what?
Bro, that boy popped his Achilles.
Did he?
Yeah,
When? When?
2 weeks ago.
Damn, I didn't even. That's probably why I ain't seen him posting in the gym that last couple weeks.
Yeah,
Damn, I gotta
he
hit him
having
up.
surgery. Yeah, he having surgery a couple weeks, man. So definitely hit him up, man. And shout out to Donald. If y'all missed that episode, go back and watch it, man. All Armed Forces, Darius Donald, man, he came on the podcast. But yeah, man. So he didn't play. And then I can't remember what his name, but tall, light skinned dude, bald head, older head.
Yeah, he was like a
So,
reservist or
yeah,
something like that.
yeah, he didn't play. But Vinny, man, that boy
Straight
came down,
shooting.
hit two like pull up threes, man. Just remind me of Clay Thompson, man. Just pull one dribble, pull.
Prime Clay or now Clay? Now Clay, man. Man, he can't
no,
get him to get
prime
him a
Clay,
bucket.
bro. I saw the comments with Clay Thompson, man. Like he said, like Steph won't pass him the ball or some shit,
Yeah,
or he's not gonna.
yeah, something going on in that locker room, man.
Yeah, man.
I,
But that man, go ahead.
yeah, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, man, like I think it's time for Draymond to get up out of there, man. I think it's
Yeah,
last year,
I
not
think
last
it's
year in the league, but last
yeah,
year
yeah,
with the Warriors
yeah.
for sure.
I think they've been together too long to the point where I think they're getting like tired of each
Mm-hmm.
other. It seems like from
Yeah,
a viewer standpoint. So I don't know.
yeah. It's time for them to. Oh shit! It's time for them to split that up, man. I just hit a button on here. I hope I didn't mess anything up. But yeah, I was trying to turn my microphone. But man, year in review, man. So we're heading towards the end of 2023, bro. I can't believe it, man. Every time we hit towards the end of something, and this is our going on our 4th year, it seems like crazy how fast time goes sometimes. Like some
Yeah.
months it seems like time is dead, and some months it's like we just go. And I just can't keep up sometimes. But man, December, we only got like 3 weeks left.
Well,
We in 2020, 24?
yep. Going
24, yeah.
2024.
2024. But
Kobe.
man, yeah. Hey, there you go. I didn't even think
The
about that.
Kobe year.
I didn't get a new Kobe poster up in here. And I
Yeah.
also need to get my if you didn't know, you probably don't know this name, but
Who's that?
um
You don't know his name.
how the fuck did I just do that, bro? Hold
You
on,
don't know what you're talking about.
Charlie, there you go, Charlie Munger. Charlie Munger, that
Yeah.
probably don't. Oh, you know who that is.
Yeah, 99-year-old. Man, this man playing me, bro.
Whoa, for
Yeah, I
real?
know Charlie Munger. Yeah, he just died like 99 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, so he probably Berkshire Hathaway, man, with Warren Buffett, man. Probably he has some of the most brilliant sayings I ever heard in my life, man. He's really good at public speaking, but yeah, man. So he just died. So I need to get a Charlie Munger picture in here along with my J.K. Rollins that I got and Steve Jobs and Walt Disney. So I need to add another Kobe and put Charlie Munger up here, man. But yeah,
right.
some of my inspirations right there when I would just be out there chilling. I'm gonna turn your mic up a little bit. But yeah, man. So your review, bro. I think I want to start with this because probably one of the craziest things. We talk about sports a lot, but you remember did you get to watch the DeMar Hamlin situation? Yeah.
I was
Did you actually watch it happen?
Yeah. I watched it.
So I don't know where your take is. What number one, I was like surprised when I saw it, and then also surprised it hasn't happened more in the league.
Yeah, well, they said that like his situation was like I got my damn dog working, but
No,
like
you good.
one out of like a million chances of happening because it was like the way it would happen was like the cardiac arrest, like it only happens like one out of so many people. So like that's probably why it doesn't happen a lot. He was just that anomaly, thank God, he was able to get through it and the team was able to, bring him back. But yeah, that was a blessing for him. And a lot of, I think it brought like the whole like football culture together without, it sucks that a tragedy had to happen, but it seemed like, after that, like a lot more unity in the sport of football came together when that happened. But yeah, he's still walking around. I think he only played like one game so far.
Yeah. Something like that. He hasn't played a lot. But Hold on, real quick. I'm getting hit up about the show. Hold on, real quick.
Oh yeah, they. Crazy thing is, I don't know if they're gonna keep him. To be honest, it's
Oh
one of
no,
those
no.
things.
I really think they're just keeping him just because of the situation. I was
Yeah,
just about to say that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. They don't want to be the bad guy to let him go. You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Like, how do you let somebody go after that? But like, here's the crazy part, bro. I've tried to have a conscience and not be such an asshole about it, but like 1 in a million chances, and they done a million things for this man since then. Like, you gotta think nobody knew
Right,
this dude's name. Like, he actually played before this, but nobody knew this dude's name at all. And now all
right,
of a sudden you can't go anywhere without knowing him because of a bad situation. Like,
right,
they paid his salary, which okay, good up to them, right? But then I think about how many people they could have paid the salary to just because they didn't get a cardiac arrest. Like, people break their legs, break their arm, tear their shoulder out of spot, and can't play. They don't pay their salaries.
right.
I don't want to say what's the difference because it's a huge difference. But at the end of the day, once the man was all right, obviously he's good now. What are we doing?
Yeah,
So it's like I don't know. It's like if you're gonna do it for one, you gotta do it for all. If you're not gonna do it for all, don't do it for one. That's kind of how I feel about it.
yeah. Well, I guess because each team has their own, salary cap. So
Yeah,
if they want to let him go, they can. But if another team wants to invest and show like, hey, we're a family, whatever, we'll keep you to the end of your contract. We can do that. So it's not like I guess it doesn't fall on the actual if one team makes that decision to keep him. Like all the other teams don't have to. This depends on the organization. Like there's probably some organizations that are cutthroat and just let him go. But I think the Bills. I think they made a decision like, hey, we're just going to go all in on him.
yeah,
Let's keep him on board until otherwise. But yeah,
yeah,
his time is probably coming though.
yeah. We got another person in the building just came in with the family. It says the players,
Oh
not
snap!
is the
We
da
don't get
players.
we don't get one. We get multiple. Let's
We
go,
get multiple players. What up? What up? What
squad.
up?
What's
Squad,
going on?
squad up! Holy
Man,
crap!
let's go. Man, where we going?
When I say I can't, oh, does anybody want some extra kids? Do you hear me?
Y'all in
Man,
Alabama right now, or y'all just
Are
got the
y'all gonna say
Alabama stuff
hello?
up?
What's up, Shawty?
what's going on? Look at him. We got leaving church.
What's
Church.
up, Shawty? So today is Taraji. Come forward.
Birthday.
Said my birthday.
Oh snap!
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Happy.
birthday to you. Happy. What she say?
How y'all doing?
We
Good.
good. We good. First of all, I hope you ain't driving nowhere because you got too many people in the back. They
No,
already got
I am
seatbelts.
parked. Look, they just back there sitting until they get in their seats. Like I'm parked for right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. You know,
Yeah.
Alabama won last night. Roll Tide.
Yeah.
Woo woo.
Oh yeah. I
Man,
saw y'all. I saw
first
it.
of all,
We slid in there like swimwear and somebody booty,
yeah.
but you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
I know you were a true Roll Tide Alabama fan, but I
Oh
ain't never
yeah.
seen so many
Through and through.
Alabama fans all of a sudden get one win and they come out the woodworks. When we
They
was
out there
losing,
now.
You
ain't
know,
nobody said
yeah.
nothing. But now all
I
of a
did see
sudden,
a lot of people posting, but I'm just like, whatever. I just want to shout out Miro. I mean, even though his
Yeah.
hair still messed
Yeah.
up, but he has improved so much
so
over
much.
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah.
about time the defense showed up, but they did their thing. But
They
uh,
sure did.
yeah. So big up to them. What museum you at right now?
Oh my goodness. So Taraji found this it's like a slime museum, slime institute.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
Like
I don't
slime,
like
like
slime.
Nickelodeon slime?
Yes, they got
Okay.
slime.
Okay.
Yes,
They about to get dirty.
they did. I was like, please don't wear your best clothes. So they had a good time.
Nah, that's good.
They had a good time though.
That's what's up.
That's
That's
good.
what's up, man.
It's
We
good
just
to see you, Dale. Where the baby at? The
What's
baby is
going
supposed
on?
to be in the year of review. You know that, right?
that's
I know,
true.
right? I probably
Yeah.
got one more show. I'll bring it on now. They're at a brunch right now, so I got
Oh,
I got I got
okay.
the house to myself. You know what I
They
mean? To
at
do the
Hash
show.
Kitchen.
Nah, they went to a place called the Farm. It's like a farm, but like it's like a brunch spot outside. It's in downtown. It's like downtown Phoenix. She went with some of her friends, so I'm here by
Okay,
myself.
okay.
Yeah,
They got like sheep and goats.
probably that.
Oh, you ain't
She
been
went.
before.
I ain't never been. Yeah, I was like, man, look how you do me. I get a McMuffin from McDonald's, and her friends go get freaking caviar and all this other stuff. So.
I couldn't get the
It's
I'm
all
done
good.
with you.
Nah, we just talking about year in review. We're talking about the DeMar Hamlin situation. I'm not sure if you remember where you were at when that happened.
Oh yeah, when he
football fan.
fell on the field.
So Jess, tell me how you feel. So we were just talking like the team after everything happened, right? He was in the little ICU. The team was like, all right, we're gonna pay his salary the rest of the year, right? Good up on him,
Yeah.
right? Big move. But I'm like, what about everybody else that gets big injuries? Like as far as people that get their shoulder dislocated, ACLs dislocated, like they don't pay for their salary. I know it's different, but it's the same.
No, it's not. That's different. That boy almost died.
Almost died means you didn't die. Like if I tell you I was almost a millionaire, I'm still broke.
Like the old folks said, in that moment, I remember my granddaddy saying that boy dead. And I'm like, granddaddy.
Damn. That boy dead.
So no, he came back. You know, that is different from a elbow or shoulder injury. Like I think what happened to him put so many people, especially parents, on alert. Kids, especially little boys that play the contact sports, who are in good health. I know for me, it put them in a position to be worried and concerned because he was in such good health.
Yeah, I know that. I know they said like Dale just said like it's a 1 in a million chance like that could happen. So I know that's pretty crazy, but I was just like, man, like why would you pay for his whole season, but other people don't get the same thing? Like if you're gonna do it for one, do it for all.
That's extenuating circumstances. It's just like being a leader in today's Air Force. You can't be like that.
Chief coming out.
Yeah, Chief coming out.
Dale, don't do me like that.
Blossom said, Dale, you still owe him a drink, bro.
Man, I do, man. The freaking Saints beat us the first game, but
the first game like 15 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Dale, don't do that. We get whooped right now as the Saints.
It's Venmo
bringing
don't
up
work,
old
man.
news.
Yeah, I know, right? His Venmo don't work. That's why.
His Venmo don't work.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We had Dale. Can we bring up the little cheap ass incident that happened this weekend?
Oh yeah. Go ahead. I'll let you speak on it first, Harvey.
What incident?
We had Chief Bass come speak with us, right? First of all, big shout out to Diamond One. Like that's the first time I heard him speak. That boy hit a drop the mic moment. Yo, I had to tell you about that.
Yeah, we should have had that one record.
Man, he hit a drop the mic for real. But so you know how Chief gets question and answer spots, right? Like so this dude stood up. I don't even know his rank. Was he a staff? He's a staff.
Staff sergeant.
Yeah, staff sergeant stays up. He said, "Hey Chief, so a while ago I sent you an email asking about how I get more money because I'm more mature, that I came in with a bachelor's degree than other airmen who just come in like with just a high school diploma." And she was like, "What?" So he's like, "Yeah, I sent you an email a while ago."
Yeah, I'm like, she's like, "When did you send me the email?" He's like, May, June time frame. Like,
he was like, "Did I respond?" And he was like, "Yeah, you did, but you just sent me to a bunch of other chiefs to get an answer." I was like, "What is funny? Oh, she maneuvered around it, but I was like, man, you got to be kidding me right now." But she said everything's on the table. Ain't nothing off the table, but it was just hilarious how you could have just asked your question without saying, "I sent you an email." He just wanted to say,
"Hey man, he did like what that little man be doing in that mean, sprinkling
that
salt, like
Oh yeah.
There you go, yeah. But it was,
well, can I get a retirement bonus since I'm on the way out? Like I got my orders. I think over the last 20 years I've matured. So what are we giving for that?
Right.
No, he wanted money for coming in as a mature person because he had a
I
degree.
want money for leaving.
Is that
Right.
I ain't talking about a retirement check or the VA. I want a bonus because I'm leaving at 20.
no? I don't think they get that. They don't get that. They're gonna give you a
Yeah.
retirement check. That's gonna be, but that's
Hey,
gonna.
For
baby,
real.
they gave me that email. That final email said, "Thank you for your service to our
Oh
nation." I was
wow.
like, "Damn."
I didn't know they sent that.
Yeah, I
What's
know
that?
it
An
is. Well, I
automated?
guess it ain't. Yeah, that's what's up.
When they send you your retirement orders, that's the best email you'll ever receive from the government
Man,
email.
I
That's
have
what's
to ask
up.
my boy just hit the button, so I have to ask him if he got that yet. So you really
Tell him when
close.
he get those orders, when it says approved, it's gonna
It's
Yeah.
tell him at
official,
the
huh?
end. Yep.
Man, you know what? Somebody else. Oh, Osby was talking about. He hit the button. He said within 12 hours he got the email saying, "Here's your order." Like they were
They're
just waiting for him to click the
they're
button.
waiting on it, right?
They had him
There
on
you go. Send
standby.
It was like, "By time, bye."
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
he asked me.
Yeah.
He's like, "Does it usually happen that fast?" I said, "Bro,
He
I
was
don't know, but
he
I
was
don't
sitting in
think
the
so."
queue.
Yeah. Look
Wait.
at Faye Donovan up in here. She said,
Thank
"Congratulations
you,
for
Faith.
yeah
Y'all
for
gotta do y'all
retirement order."
show.
Yeah, man, we gotta
Yes.
get y'all on do y'all show. We gotta
Yeah.
see about y'all timing, hook up timing. That's gonna be logistically hard, but we'll figure it out one way or another.
Yeah.
Not really. I started Terminal 1. I processed 1 February. So I have time.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
goodness,
That's coming
1
up.
February.
Yes. Freddie Kane. Freddie Kane? No, sir.
We still sing about you retire. Yeah, like you could always pull it back, right? Like,
Baby,
just,
I'm not pulling nothing back.
but just
Like,
hold on. Let's just talk real quick. You have the option to pull it back. Let's get step one done.
Hey, I gotta get an antidote.
so you know what? I want to congratulate the Chiefs that just made Chiefs. So everybody that
Taking your
just made
place, huh?
Chiefs this past cycle, like
Yeah.
it's an all-star listing, and I think I'm doing what is right. Like I did my time. It's time to scoot on out for everybody else to, shine bright like a star, like Rihanna said. But no, sir, I'm not pulling nothing back. I will pull out a chair for somebody else to replace
Oh
me at
my
that table.
goodness.
But no,
Yeah, that's
sir.
what's
I
up.
was even telling some of the people that got selected and they're retiring, like, you made a decision to retire. So what? The Air Force looked at your records and they said that you are ready for that next higher
Mm-hmm.
grade. That is
Mm-hmm.
3 more years that you must commit to your
Right.
nation again. So I said, like, don't take that decision lightly because you've made that decision with your family. It just impacts so much more. But this is Jessica 2 cents. Like, no, like I look at everybody else who are my mentors and they're retired. They live in a best life. They got their edges. You know what? Men that were bald headed on duty
Yeah.
got damn hair now.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Right.
like
That's true.
Right.
like no, I don't
Yeah.
know what they giving us as veterans, but I know I want some of it.
I hear that.
Yeah, for real.
Well, we'll bring it up again in January. We'll try one more time in January, and then I'll give up hope after that. But one more try. We'll put a panel together and see if we can just give you like a sad, sentimental video to see if she said it ain't gonna work. It
Ain't gonna happen.
Nothing at all. We'll get something together and see if we can just everybody just say how much we appreciate you and what you do for us and continue it
Stay
forward.
in.
Yeah.
Now they can come see me in Alabama or Georgia when I'm at somebody J. Rotzi program teaching their children.
Oh, there you go.
Hey,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that's what's up.
Were we just sitting next to a dude that was doing that? That
Yeah,
officer
yeah,
that
he
was
was.
sitting next to
Yeah,
us.
he was the commander here at ASU of the ROTC program.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those are the best jobs. Like, I want to go work with people's kids now. So
Oh,
when they
there you
come back
go.
with their clapback game is strong, don't be mad with them.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what's
that'd be
up.
good. That would be good though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I had a crazy 2000. Well, not a crazy. Did your 2023 go fast? We're talking about that at the beginning.
Yes,
I feel
it
like
did.
as you get older, years go by a lot faster for some reason. Like when I was younger, years didn't go this fast. It was like,
Right.
damn, we still in 99? Like when we gonna hit 2000? Now we
Yeah.
about to hit
Yeah.
24. Like I'm sure as time goes, what they say is things go, things stay the same or whatever the saying is. Like it probably just feels the same. I don't know. It feels the same as 2022. I don't really feel too much of a difference. couple crazy things that we're talking about, like AI. AI came out in 2023, so Chat GTP made its introduction in 2023, which I think kind of still setting the world on fire with things they can do. Oh no, 2023 just started for me, and it's just already.
Hey, it's moving. It's moving.
Yeah, for real. But I think Chat GTP is gonna just a segue for what's gonna happen in the future. I think it's gonna be pretty crazy. The world in 2024 with technology taking over, and as people get smarter with technology, other people who don't use technology get dumber, I think, or people that use technology get dumber as well. It's kind of weird that we had a I won't say the organization, but we had a somebody running for VP. You know, they type they stuff up on Chat GTP to what to say to get what's it called? Like when you do like the interview thing, like stand up and you say your piece or whatever, say why you want the job. No, like they said why they want the job. Yeah, speech why they want why they should be in this position. And man, they was killing it. And I was like, dang, like this is actually pretty good. And they were like, shout out to Chat GTP for writing this for.
Damn.
I said,
hey, it's taking over, man.
Bruh. But they was talking about like, I mean, I'm sure they edited it a little bit, I would hope, but like what a vice president does for this organization, what they're gonna do for it, how they're gonna make it happen. I'm just like, dang, it sounds really good. Almost like a presidential speech. Now I
was about to say, is it too early to talk about Representative Santos? Because that's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just
saying. Oh, yeah.
Yo, speaking of him, they were talking about how that boy lost a crap ton of weight using, what was that thing called?
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to look it up. What'd you say?
I'm about to look it up.
He was bigger than what he was right now?
Oh, no, yeah, he was huge.
Oh, Zemeck.
Zemeck, there you go.
Oh, Zemeck. Yeah, a lot of people using that. Oh, Zempic.
Yeah, he lost like
what is that?
Pounds. It's I don't know.
It's like it's a pill. It's like a thing to suppress your appetite, and you lose weight rapidly.
Oh wow!
Rather than taking the like getting your tubes tight, not your intestines tight and all that stuff. But it's more of but there's a lot of side effects. A lot of people are saying like people are starting to come out and say like they're losing like vision, their eye vision, and like all kind of side effects that are starting to come out now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dang!
But some girl lost 105 pounds, and I think it was a year. I think it was a year, maybe 6 months. I'm trying to read it right now while I'm talking to y'all, but she lost 105 pounds on this whatever pill, drug, or whatever it is. But everybody started using that thing.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he used to be a big dude, big dude. I wish I could have an older, younger picture, but he was a big.
You
dude.
act like he was pushing Chris Christie.
No. No, he wasn't that big. But I mean, he was a bigger dude. I think he lost 100 pounds. I want to say he lost 100 pounds. I'm trying to find it, but I want to say he lost 100 pounds.
Well, fam, I'm about to jump off so I can drive these players back. Are y'all gonna say? Bye.
Adios, amigo.
If you ever want company, I will send J. Cole to you.
Oh yeah, send a piece of kids.
No, you can send a little man to me. Yeah, we can sit here and play video games. He can get the Pro controller.
He love his French haircuts though, so you just got to make sure you keep his haircut together.
Yeah, I get my haircut every week, but he gonna have to get a job for how much these haircut prices are. So he gonna have to work for that thing. And he can play video games with the Pro controller, and he can watch me play video games. Yo, we have a good time.
Well, tell DC to come on and behave.
Yeah, he'll be up here in a little bit. But Jess, is good to see you.
Well,
Taraji, happy birthday again.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday. Enjoy y'all day. We'll see y'all later.
All right, bye.
Later.
Bye. Nah, it's always good when Jess stop by. I was just kind of looking at the Governor Santos thing. Let's see. Florida governor's appeals to lost a significant amount of weight in a short period of time, with reports Puck News suggesting that he cut out carbohydrates and adhering to a diet. I don't think that's true. Let me see.
No, DeSantis is a Florida governor. Santos is the New York.
Sorry.
Yeah. He's the New York governor, I think.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, and why? Man, are you looking for that? Have you started the Squid Games, the reality show?
Nah.
Man, you gotta watch that joint.
It's good.
Yeah, I've been watched like all the episodes. I'm already like, there's like one more episode left, and it's like
So
coming in
okay,
like.
here's my thing. Okay. He said he lost 92 pounds on Zebic, whatever, over
Ozempic,
8 months. Over the
yeah.
last 8 months, 92 pounds in 8 months. I don't think I'm willing to do that. I'm good. I don't think I'm willing to do that.
That's not one of the healthy ways to do it because that was an aggressive way to lose 92 pounds.
Faith, the Squid Games reality show or the Squid Games TV show?
Hey, they both fire though.
Well,
You gotta
the
watch
TV
it.
show go hard.
You gotta you gotta watch the reality show too. It's basically the same thing. 456 players. Pretty much the same. Yeah, both the same games. There was a couple that were different, but like there's this one female on there. Her name is May, and she a beast, bro.
So okay, let me ask you: have you seen? I think it was called as a Netflix show. It's called like 100 Physiques or something like that, or you know what I'm talking about?
What was it?
It's like 100 physique.
Oh, you
It
talking
sucks
about
you
that
in.
game? Like you talking about the?
It was a Netflix show. Hold on, now I gotta look this up too.
You talking
Man,
about
we
it's
need.
like take place like in North Korea or not North Korea, but it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Korea
no, it's in
or
Korea.
Asians.
Yeah.
I
So
saw like the
whatever.
first couple episodes and I just stopped.
Okay, let me see what it's called. Physical 100. Physical 100. But
Yeah.
so is it like that? Because that was, man, it was
Yeah,
cool for like an episode, but then like it was too much dialogue.
yeah. It was kind of like that. It's kind of like the show, but like the actual show. But you know, the first game they have the freaking
The red
red
light,
light,
green
green
light.
light, and then it goes. It's just a reality show. It goes into personalities of like different like key players within the Squid Game. So you know who certain peoples are, so to keep it a little interesting rather than just showing the game cutting off, showing the game cutting off. It's like it goes into people like, hey, I think they're gaining alliances, or this. Let's go after this person. But I like it. Yeah, you'll like it, man. I think you'll like it. This if you after you watch like the first episode, the red light, green light, that's when it starts gaining traction. Kind of like the actual show. Kind of take a while to gain traction, but it's dope. I mess with it. Yeah, it's like 11 episodes.
Oh wow. What
Yeah.
is it dubbed over or no?
No, it takes place in Australia. So they have people
Okay.
from Australia. Everyone speaks English. So yeah, it's dope.
So what were they shooting the people with on the red light, green light?
No, they had like these little necklaces things, like with the black like paintball, and then the person, if once you moved or whatever, they just press a button and it explodes.
Oh, okay.
That means you're dead.
Yeah,
And they wear it the whole time. So
okay, so
if
they got
they
eliminated.
lose or something, yeah, you'll know. So yeah, they did the red light, green light. They did battleships, like the battleship. You know the game Battleship, like where there's a thing in the middle,
D4.
Yeah. They played that. They played the marble game.
Oh,
They played the game where you got to walk across that glass.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they played that one, and then they played this little black box one. Yeah, you just got to watch it. Like, yeah, it's pretty.
Did you? So you made it all the way through?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What did the winner get? Money or something?
Yeah, they're at $4.56 million.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
so,
4 million.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I shouldn't say nothing.
Has the eagle landed?
Yeah, that was good, Dell. That was good.
The eagle landed.
Yeah. The eagle has landed.
Hey, they're underdogs against the Niners today. So
hey, we're gonna talk about. He has a good analogy with Avengers and the Eagles. It's actually really good. So we'll bring him on, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Philly Council.
It's taking y'all so freaking long, man.
See what I'm talking about? Welcome back, man. You look tired.
I don't have the power to let you in. That was all Pete.
You look tired. Woo-hoo-hoo. You look tired. You good?
Don't break my heart.
What's going on right now? Can you not hear us?
Because the world don't need
what is going on right now?
Last Love
This
song.
can't be real. This can't be real.
Just
might
man,
have
I'm
to
not
give him a
even
phone
hooked up
call.
hardwired. Fuck.
We can hear you just fine.
It's gonna have to work.
Look, let me text him because this is
Just
getting
get
embarrassing.
to the money.
This is
If you
crazy.
Bro,
If
what
you get, can you hear me?
what is going on?
Can you-
Eagles
Look, I
suck.
just texted.
Okay.
The
We can
Eagles
hear
is
you.
trash. The Eagles
I
gonna lose
can't
today.
see you.
You can't see us?
You can't
Yo,
hear
this
us
is
or
the
see us.
craziest thing ever.
That's what happened to
Look.
me in the beginning.
Another Bowery bump.
Hold on. Look,
Hey.
I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him on the phone. I'm gonna
Push him
on
off
the phone.
and push him back.
Yeah, I can hear this.
What's up?
Yo, fool, we can hear everything you say. We can see you just fine. Are you sure it's not on your end?
I can't hear nothing.
You can't hear me? Hear us,
I
hear
can't
some,
hear you.
on the computer? You can't hear us?
Can't hear you.
He forgot
Hello?
to pay that Wi-Fi bill before he went TDY.
Yo, he hung up on me.
He forgot to pay
he's
that
calling
bill
me back.
before he went.
Hello?
Gotta pay that bill, Chief.
Get around, man.
Yo, man, we can see you and hear you. Everybody can see you and hear you.
I can't see you.
But we can hear you and see you.
Okay, so how do I fix this then? I can't see y'all. I just see your names. I don't see your faces.
That's interesting. Get out and get back in.
I'm telling you, man, he got that.
Lord have mercy.
He got to reset his devices now that he's back in
Faith,
town, man.
I'm glad you aren't here to see this. Like, Faith is a true supporter, man, because she gets to see all the madness. Like, me and Dale come on here, we have one little fluke, fix it right away. This dude comes on. Not only is it fluke, but he's gonna be singing and dancing, and then what he's singing, nobody knows. But
Hey, I got another thing we can talk about.
what's up, bro?
Did you hear about that 3-year cruise getting canceled like 2 weeks before it happened?
First of all, what is a 3-year cruise?
It's a 3-year cruise where
Hold
they
on,
go.
let me try. Can you hear us now?
It's a long and windy road.
So embarrassing. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all now. I can see
Oh,
y'all ugly
man.
mugs.
Well,
What's
Dale's
going
talking
on?
about something, so be quiet while he's talking about it. Go ahead, Dale. I'm sorry. Sorry
It's
for
a
the
3.
rude interruption.
Hold on. I'll be quiet. Del, out of respect for you, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be
No,
quiet.
you're good.
I'll talk
You can
later.
get it. Go ahead and get it out. I'll
No,
stay after.
go ahead, Dale. You're
No, I'll
talking
wait.
about
Go ahead,
something.
Del. Go ahead, Del.
No, we're talking. We're giving our 2023 review, and I was asking if he heard about that 3-year cruise that just got canceled like 2 weeks prior to people going. So
where
so
the
is it
hell
3?
were they gonna go for 3 years?
Pretty much hit all 7 continents.
Oh, I did hear about that.
And people sold their houses. They sold like pretty much their cars because they were going to be gone for 3 years, you know. And yeah, they canceled it like 2 weeks before. It was like $29,000 like a person.
Oh!
And yeah, that they canceled that. What do you think about that, man? And they said like you can't get like your refund like immediately. So they're like, it's going to take a while to get refunded.
So I'm trying to look at the cruise line because that's going to tell me a lot.
Mirai Cruises.
Oh, see that? Yeah. So let's see. 3 years cruise around the world was going to cost passengers less than the average, or cost passengers less than the average rent NYC. Now it's canceled. Life at Sea Cruise canceled its sailing a few weeks before the trip was set to start in March. Life of Sea announces that it was anticipating reservations for its 3-year cruise around the world. Bro, that's crazy. That's 3 days ago. Okay, so let me see. Press review, March started. The trip would cover over 130,000 miles and visit 375 ports across 135 countries and 7 continents. The price starting at $29,999 a year. That's a year.
Yeah.
And payment options starting at $2,499 a month. The 3 years cruise was initially set to depart in Turkey on 1 November. Shortly before the date, it was postponed to November 11th and relocated to Amsterdam, then rescheduled to November 30th. On November 17th, whatever the cruise line partner said it could not afford.
Man, hurry up, man! Stop reading everything, bro. This is getting boring as hell, bro.
The company had been trying to. So okay, I want to read up on it. Goodness gracious. Sorry for being educated. Sorry for being educated. My bellboy, Rome, you in the building, man. What's good with you, man? Big Rome. All right. So what's my thoughts about it? One, I think it's dumb to go on a 3-year cruise. I'm not sitting on water for 3 freaking years and travel. Did we not just see about the submarine this year? The dumbness
I think that's a top 10 highlight of 2023 right there.
So the dumbness that happens with humans and water. Let me let y'all know some humans. Us humans, and I'm one of y'all. I was created. I wasn't born, but the rest of y'all humans that were born, we don't belong in water. We don't do well in water. We're not set up to survive in water. We are land mammals. All right. We do not do well in water. There's a reason why we build boats, ships, skis, and all this other stuff to try to stay afloat on water. There's not too many devices that keep us underwater. So keep your ass out the ocean. We don't belong there. We don't need to go there. We belong on the land. That's why we have 2 feet. We run fast. Well, we actually run slow compared to.
I forgot.
We actually run slow. But anyway, my point is, I think it's dumb. And everybody who got scammed for paying $30,000 a year, $30,000 a year. What's your job going to be? What's your job on the boat? Like, who has a 3-year vacation? Who has a 3-year vacation? Except for chief counsel. Those are the only people that have 3 years vacations.
Yeah, that's one of those things where you got the money to do it. They say after why not? But I guess they went to Turkey. Now they got to find a way back home. They got to buy a house, all that crap. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there.
Crazy. Go ahead, Philly. It's good to have you in the show. By the way, you look really tired, but
look. You know what? F you. You can go to hell. I'm not. All right. I'm sorry. God bless you. It's Sunday. I'm sorry. The Lord caught my tongue.
What the world?
I was going to say a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I rushed off the plane, took my jacket off, hooked all this stuff up to get on. This is how I get treated. You know, this is the reason why people leave corporations and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm a dedicated worker. I could have sat here, got my ginger ale and my Mike and Ike's and cookies and just had a good time.
We appreciate this. Thank you for being on the show. And the show is a lot better now that we have the world famous, highly coveted, very sought after Chief Master Counsel. And we get his time that is very valuable on a weekly basis on the show. So we appreciate you, unpopular celebrities. Matter of fact,
all right, now be quiet so I can finish my thought. Oh man, yeah, I get y'all by myself. What's up, family? I can run this show. Oh, what's up, Del? We don't need. Okay, make up your mind. God dang it.
We're back.
Yo, in the comments, if you happy to see me, let me know, man. I need to feel love because right now I feel disrespected, but it's okay though. But anyway, on to my thoughts. So I missed a lot of the show, so I don't know what you guys covered as far as like 2023. But did you guys bring up Montgomery Brawl?
Oh, we did.
That's top 10. That's top 10.
Did you know that dude, the security guard, is getting sued?
He should. He should.
Which one? The one that jumped in the water and swam, or the one that?
No, the one that tried to tell them like the stop. You know, try to tell them they had to move their boat. That guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And the one who got the brakes beat off him.
I don't know about that dude.
The dude
I just know the security guard
that confronted them and blah blah blah, and then he got smacked in the face. Kapow.
Anyway. That went viral because you know they did that little song with different, renditions of it. And then Montgomery Brawl. They did like a couple of songs on it and stuff like that.
And then of course,
Greg, what?
I need a friend. Like the friend who got off the boat, swam in his J's all the way to the dock, got up.
Another security guard.
I need a friend like that. That's who a true friend is. You're going to get in the water, swim all the way there. Don't even worry about your kicks. Have one kick coming out, kick off your other kick, and go put in work for me. Pause. I appreciate that.
I'm not getting in the water, bro. You on your own, bro.
See
You know
what
what
I'm
I'm
talking
saying? I
about?
can't
See what I'm
swim.
talking about? That's what I'm
I
talking
can't
about.
swim, bro.
Gonna be out of
Shit.
breath by the
Hell
time you get
no.
there.
He
Yo,
gonna
but
be
can I
on the
get off topic real quick?
sure. Why
Just
not?
let me ask y'all a question, right?
We're gonna talk about the
Dell,
food.
you married. Pete, you married.
Mhm.
Now, I haven't stayed over your house, Dell, but I have stayed over Pete's house. So let me ask y'all a question, right? We all boys. If I came over your house with my wife and we having a good time on New Year's, and then you let me stay the night, Pete, you let me stay, the night at your house.
Yeah.
What if Wendy and I decide we wanted to have relations? Would you leave the house and allow us to do so? Is that
Fuck
wrong?
no. Fuck.
Why not?
First
We
of all,
supposed to be boys,
first of all, I
man.
don't give a damn. This is my house. I ain't walking out of my house.
You
So
supposed to be
y'all,
my fam, man. It
Bruh.
happens. It's natural.
you not only my friend, you my brother. But that shit ain't happening. That shit, me leave
That's
my
messed
own
up.
house.
That's messed
Me
up.
leave my own house.
Yeah.
Bruh, I mean,
Never in
you
my
do
life.
it. You do it in
It
your
don't matter
house. Why
what
can't I?
It's my house. And
Just
this is what
show me where the sheets and the towels are at. We'll clean up. Dale, what you think, man? Be honest, man.
Yeah. As long as I can't hear y'all.
See,
No,
thank,
Hear y'all or
no,
hear
thank
y'all or
you,
see y'all.
man.
no,
Thank you,
no.
bro.
I
All I ask is you tell me that something went down and you need to wash the damn sheets.
See, that's Dale, shout out to you. You know what? I wish I could kid Pete out now, man. Because it's a natural thing. We out there
Yeah.
having it's New Year's, we getting a couple
I'm not gonna
of
refrain
drinks.
myself if it's available. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I guess
Like if
like Dale
Pete,
said,
if you came over and you and Jackie was feeling a certain kind of way, just say, hey, look, hey, Philly, can you go out to the game store with Wendy for like 2-3 hours? You know what I mean? If you see the sock on the door, can you just go?
The cowboy
You know what I'm
hat.
saying? What's wrong with that?
Yeah,
cowboy hat.
I guess I agree with Dale. Just don't tell me about it. Just tell me in the morning,
Yeah,
like, yo, man,
yeah.
watch your shit.
Yeah,
Don't make an announcement. Don't make an announcement.
I mean, we all adults, man. If I
It
be
don't
like,
matter. Don't make
hey,
it.
Pete, love is in the air, man. I'm for real. Love is in the air, bro.
Don't make announcements. Just don't say
Or
shit.
do you want me to be like, hey, yo, Pete?
No, don't say nothing.
And would that work?
What happened to the show? What happened to the show?
Oh, shit.
Yo, if you in the comments, I'm curious to hear y'all thought. Would y'all let y'all friend come over your house, spend the night, and smash with his girl or husband?
Man,
I'm just
I can't
curious.
wait for the topic to change. Man, I can't wait for this topic to change. What? Can we look? Can you? Not only do I want to change the topic, number one, but me and you were talking maybe about a week and a half ago, about the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
A great analogy to the Eagles schedule. Can you kind of talk about that? Because that was really,
I'm
really
trying
good.
to remember. Okay, sharpen my memory.
Let me
memory.
see.
What did I
we
say?
were talking about the Eagles. So let me run y'all through this. I know it's not a football show, but this is a 2023 year.
Oh, man.
Dang, Dale, what kind of internet he got?
Man, better pay it. Got that X.
Are we good now?
We can, bruh.
Yeah.
Let's talk about 2023. You used to rag on me on my internet. Now the tables have turned.
Oh no, this ain't good. This ain't good.
You good now? You good now?
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So, as we talk about, before I so rudely interrupted, we talk
What's
about
this analogy.
we talk about the Eagles, right? So, I'm gonna run y'all through the Eagles' last games and the games they have to come. So, check this out, and I feel bad for them. So, they played the Patriots, the Vikings.
I think I remember now.
Yeah. So since 4 weeks ago, they played the Dolphins. They played the Commanders, which actually went to overtime. They played the Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Bills. They have the Niners, the Cowboys again, the Seahawks. Then they get the Giants, Cardinals, Giants. Those are the end. So I will give the Eagles respect that they're 10-1. That's number one. Every game has been close. But Chief brought up this analogy how they're like what's the dude's name on Avengers that fought everybody?
Oh, Captain America.
No, he fought everybody. Big dude.
Thanos?
Thanos.
Yeah, Thanos.
The Chiefs or the Eagles are like Thanos.
Got
and
my Thanos back there. Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Yeah, keep going.
they just keep coming at him. First is Captain America, then is Thor, then is whatever that girl's name is that be moving stuff with her hands.
Scarlet Witch.
Thank you, Scarlet Witch. Then
He
you
said
got
move stuff with her hands.
then you got the dude with the thing in the middle of his head.
Yeah. Who was the
Wait a
Jets,
minute,
though?
if you're gonna use an analogy, you gotta know what you're talking
your
about.
analogy.
The thing
This
in the
your
middle of his
analogy.
head.
Which Avenger was the Jets?
No, the Jets don't really have an Avenger.
No, but they
You know
they're
what,
the one
Del,
that beat
man?
Thanos.
You know what, bro? You know what, bro? I mean, really? Oh, hell no. Really? That's how you do?
Hey,
Del,
we
we
gotta
were
point out the
vibing,
flaws,
bro. We were vibing,
Yeah,
man.
y'all lost to the Jets. Y'all lost
Man.
your money.
Look, Faye said I wouldn't give permission, but I would give forgiveness. All right, moving on.
All
to
right,
the
so
topic.
can I clarify
that's
something?
That's it.
Let me clarify something. Faith, let me clarify something. Faith, help me out. Are you saying smash and then apologize later? Or ask then smash? Which
No,
one?
she said she wouldn't give permission, so that means don't ask. But then when you get done, be like, hey, wash your sheets.
So you want me to do a ninja smash then?
All right,
ninja smash. You know what a ninja smash is?
Can we talk about the Eagles? Can we please talk about the Eagles? Yeah.
No, I asked this question because I saw Tricky and Cedric Foster at the retirement, and we were talking about doing something in Vegas, smashed and asked for clean sheets. That's what's up. I'll do you one better. I'll bring my own sheets. But anyway,
so much.
So I told Tricky, I said, yo, when we come over your house in Vegas, I'm gonna let you know it's New Year's, something might happen. Bro, do you mind? He's like, what do you mean?
I cannot believe this is happening.
Anyway, okay, I digress. So Eagles. You know what's funny?
Faith says smash like you at your mama's house, and she don't want to know either.
Bro, you don't want to know how it happened at my mama's house.
All right, okay.
Yeah,
all right, go
bro.
ahead. Faith, please.
Sorry, mama. Yo, all right, real quick, Eagles. So it's funny, like last year, I think we finished 14-4. No, 14-2?
4.
14-4, right? And everybody was talking about Eagles is suspect. They didn't play anybody or whatever. So this year, I mean, it was like the analogy you just said. It's like we have like a stack of super teams waiting for us. And we didn't even win the Super Bowl. They set us up good. I mean, really? We beat the Chiefs with the Cowboys. They ain't nobody. Anyway, Cowboys. We beat the Super Bowl champs. Then we beat the stinking Bills. I forgot about the Dolphins. And then we get the Niners. And then after that, the Cowboys. And then the Seahawks. Bro, we got the toughest gauntlet. And you know there's still some naysayers out there. They talk about, the Eagles are the luckiest or the worst 10-1 team of all time. These some haters, man.
I wouldn't call y'all the luckiest, but y'all, I mean, it's just y'all didn't blow anybody out. Everybody y'all beat. Y'all just basically just beat. Like y'all didn't blow anybody.
Can I ask the question though?
Sure.
So the Cowboys, right? All those blowouts they had, was it against a quality team?
No.
I would argue the only team they beat that was quality was Seattle. And they barely won that, right? But nobody talking about that.
I mean, that's true. Can I just say
People
the Dolphins beat the Commanders 45-15? 45.
Are you surprised?
I needed that.
Another garbage team.
Yeah. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm just going to say this. Y'all ain't going to win the Super Bowl, so it don't matter.
You know what? You know, God bless you, bro.
And y'all are like plus 450 on the Super Bowl winner. So
I'm about to say, I picked y'all to win the Super Bowl at the beginning, but not no more. Not no more.
You know what? Good. We don't need you anyway.
Not no more. Dale, you
Bird
roll out?
Yeah, I gotta get this haircut real quick. But
This man get the Sunday haircuts. He goes to a special barber that comes to his house to cut his hair.
Man,
Jay-Z
Gotta
service is
gotta
shit.
be fresh. Gotta be fresh on Monday. Gotta be
I
fresh
was
on
gonna
Monday.
say P. Diddy service, but I guess P. Diddy's been canceled. We can't talk about him no
Yeah,
more.
he in a negative light right now.
Yeah, but yeah, he got
But yeah.
the Jay-Z service, man. People come
Hey,
to his
I
house.
want to do I want to do a special plug though of some information I found out.
Oh, here we go.
Let me
You
hear this information before I leave.
our great airmen, who we talk about all the time, how innovative they are, and they set change and the pace. Well, I found out today on the team's page, there's a handy dandy app that airmen are using that's getting popular. It's called Hots and Cots.
Yeah, I seen that. Hopefully,
just
we
found
don't
out
end up
about
on
it
there.
today.
What is Hots and Cots?
It is a app where you, the customer, can comment on how bad the buildings are and the defect in the Air Force. And it's got some traction too.
Oh, hell.
There's quite a lot of reviews on there.
Yeah, how you feel about that?
Hey, I've been looking at it. I'm making sure Luke in on there as best I can. They about to play. Hey, we're doing good, man. We're doing good. I got a solid team. We make sure we tackle these problems head on, and yeah.
What is the point of that?
It's like a Yelp for it's like a Yelp.
Oh, okay.
It's like a Yelp review for the dormitories.
But you said it's on Teams?
No, I was told on Teams about it. Now it's on Apple. It's on the Apple Store. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's an app. I missed that part.
Yeah,
you gotta be freaking kidding me. You gotta be freaking kidding me.
So I find it interesting because like that's the beauty of young folks today. Because it's like they have so many ways to vent their frustration. And even though it's crazy, but think about it, right? Why does it take for folks to create an app for senior leaders to like really be concerned?
Because
am I missing something?
Dale, if you got to go, man, you can go ahead and go unless you want to comment on that before you go.
Yeah, I'll comment. Well, I guess there's like two sides of it because sometimes I get airmen just to complain, and there's nothing wrong with like the room. Like we get it inspected by CEO, and there's nothing wrong, but because their bed isn't long enough or whatever, just because of the way the room's laid out, like there's some stuff that they're not going to be able to get accommodated for just because of government funding, the way contracts work, stuff like that. So a lot of this stuff you can't control. So you're pretty much getting your business aired out on something you can't control. So it's kind of like it sucks for the person, the ADLs and CE as a whole, because they're the ones that maintain it. But if like I get some things where people tell me like, hey, I had a hole in my wall for 2 months, but they never brought it up. But they can go on there and say, hey, I've had this hole in my wall. So it's like, it's like quick outlet, kind of like the Airman NCO page. Like they'll talk about it, but either have they brought it up to their leadership of a concern, or in the context of this ADL, so they can facility managers can fix it, or you just on here just complaining. So, but yeah, I'll tune in back with y'all. I'm hit this road, get the haircut, and I'll holler at y'all next week.
Yo, before you go, how much you tip your barber, bro?
10.
Dang.
So I gave him 50.
Hey, I'm $5. Look, $50 for a damn haircut.
Yeah,
hey,
$40,
bro.
40 for a cut,
$0.
50 ball.
All right, big dog.
All right, high society, be easy, bro.
I tell you, man, it's crazy because I was just looking at that app. This dude Robert Evans.
Dang, you light as hell, bro.
Yeah, I got the light right here.
Great, I'm listening. I'm sorry.
Robert Evans is the creator of the app. He also created another app. This is called Shave Discipline. Be disciplined and shave.
Oh, I didn't
know
about
beards that. Here. Stay disciplined. Are you ready to take your service seriously to be disciplined? What a fancy app.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, what a fancy app. Cool features like you want beards. You won't find that here. Just a simple app that tracks your shaving progress.
Wow.
Look what it say. Look what it say.
Did you, man, you got a lot of glare. Stay disciplined. How did you know he was the one that created
So-
this Hots and Cots one and stuff?
So if you go on here, it shows his
Oh, it
other
says-
ones that he created. See Robert
So I'm
Evans?
interesting. I'm interested. I wonder if he's military or not.
Well, that's the next point. You know, there's a thing called the book. So we'll go ahead and Facebook stock real quick.
Mhm.
But he has a common name, so
That's interesting.
so there's one. No, I'm not for sure because I would think we have some mutual friends with a couple of them. He don't look like he's Air Force. No, he's a FedEx driver. That's one. So I'm not sure. Or he just doesn't have Facebook.
Mm.
You can always contact the developer, but yeah, he created a couple other ones as well.
Mm.
But I mean, it doesn't. I see the app, right? It looks like a good idea. But there's no difference between that and ice comments.
I think there's a little bit of a difference because with the ice comments, that's just common, and then when you get them, you don't know what happens to them. They could get lost in space. You put them in that little bin, or you send them in the email. You don't know who's getting them, but in this app, it's out there for the world to see, and plus, it's in a popular platform. Who doesn't have an iPhone except for these crazy Android users?
That's
But
true.
when I heard about that, I was like, let me download it. It was free. Plus, let's be honest, we talked about this on the show a while back. People love to read something negative. So I know I was intrigued, especially in my job. Like, yo, I wonder if this base is in there. And you read it like case in point, which I have a comment on this one. But this one says this dude gave a 1 rating to Shepherd Air Force Base. I was just at Shepherd too. But anyway, so this is what he said. Disgusting, moldy vits, 1 star. So here's the thing. When I was there with my boss, we go in these dorm rooms. This dude says disgusting, moldy vents.
You ain't see that.
You don't think he can clean it?
Who?
The airman.
Why would he clean it?
Okay, so I knew he was gonna say that. Just walk with me here.
Okay.
If I'm in the dorm room and I look up and I see the vents, it's got dust and stuff in there, right? Why can't I clean it?
In your dorm room? Wait, in your dorm room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Or if case in point, in San Antonio, which you've lived here, it gets humid. So there's certain things you can do to kind of mitigate that when your stuff getting molded, like a fan, a dehumidifier, and spray, right? Some of these folks go in this room, they think it's like they think it's like a 4-star hotel, but like, hey, it's dusty in this room. 1 star. Like, it's your place where you live. Like, I don't understand why people can't take action on their own. Like, saying it's got dusty, moldy vents. If it's mold, which he says dusty, moldy, then my question would be is who did he tell? And then how much? Because, like, your version of a lot of mold might be just hints of it.
Right.
Anyway, I think when you have stuff like this, it's good because you want people, it helps me, especially in my job. But the frustrating thing is like some people just want to take the opportunity to throw up a stab somewhere.
Oh yeah. Like you said, people go on Yelp reviews just to read the negative stuff. They look at the stars and then say, okay, let me find out some negative stuff about it. Like, when I look at reviews for hotels or anything, I look at the negative comments. I even filter it by negative comments because I want to hear the bad, because anybody can say something good about it. You could pay people to say good stuff about you. You can pay bots to do that, but you want to see the negative stuff. So unfortunately, that's just where we're at right now with society. Like, people just want the negative. The negative sells. So I don't know.
That's unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a couple of things I learned on this trip shout out to first before I go down that road. I just want to take care of some quick business. So I don't know if there's anybody else is on here, but I just want to say shout out to Chief Master Raul Torres. He's the maintenance group chief over at DM. He just retired at 21, 22 years.
Wow.
Phenomenal chief, man. Like I don't usually travel for retirement, but I did for his. This dude is so good. He had at least 5 command chiefs from across the Air Force come there, not including his whole family and a bunch of old supervisors that mentored him. This dude is sharp. I'm telling you, I would buy the Brooklyn Bridge between him and his brother. They're that good, man. Anyway,
what was his reason for getting out?
Family.
As
He
far
was
as tired of
actually
traveling,
on a slate to be a command chief, but he decided, like, his family priorities. He didn't want to move. His kids was doing well, and he just figured, I want to take care of family. So, which brings me to the thing I've dwelled on this whole weekend, because I was reading the Airman NCO page this weekend, and there was a post by a tech sergeant, and I would love to hear your thoughts. And anybody in the comments, I would love to hear yours too. This tech sergeant said it was like a white paper. He said, "Hey, I just want to write this note. I'm a tech sergeant who's about to retire at 22 years, and I'm struggling with the feelings that I'm a failure because I didn't reach master sergeant. And my kids look at me and ask me why I couldn't make master sergeant, and I feel like my career was worthless because I just couldn't make it. But then on the end part, he said, it took me a while to realize I'm more than my rank. I did everything I could." And I was sitting there like, yes, I agree with you, bro. Way to go. But then at the bottom, he said, I did everything I can to compete against this crooked promotion system that favors people. And I said, oh, man, now you lost me. But anyway, so I'm going to say this, and then I'm curious to hear your thoughts. The comments were coming in. This one guy said, you know what? Your kids don't give a flying F what rank you retire at. The most important thing is that you're happy and you're out of that toxic environment of a promotion system. Then somebody else said, do the math. If you stay in past 20, you're losing 40% of your income that you can make in the civilian sector. So anyway, curious to hear your thoughts, because I ramble.
Man, a lot of stuff to unpack. So I'll pause a couple times and make sure I pause so I don't go on too far. So I want to tackle the last part first, because this just happened. When people say you lose 40%, I don't know where they get that factor from. So let's factor in what they say is you're going to make this much on the outside. Let's talk about reality. And I really want to be honest when I have this talk. The likelihood of you leaving somewhere and going somewhere else and making $100,000 is pretty slim. People do it. It's not impossible, but people do it. So this attitude that, oh, I can make this much money on the outside. It's true. You can. You need somebody to give you that job. So it's like, what the analogy I use? It's like people have baseball cards or football card, whatever. They have an item and they're like, oh, this is worth a sneakers. This sneaker's worth $100,000. It's worth whatever people will pay for it. It could be worth $10 million, or it could be worth $5. So you saying that you will make 40% is a bunch of bull-ish. You're going to make what people will pay you. It could be 40%. It could be negative 40%. We just had somebody, I'll leave his name out because he watches the show. Somebody just retired. He thought he was going to skill bridge with this job that they created for him, because you're skill bridge. Remember, you gotta remember, skill bridge is free labor for that company. Shit, I'd skill bridge somebody to come to unpopular celebrities and engineer this thing because it's free labor, right? But then he thought he was going to get out. Oh man, they're going to start paying me $80K with the raise to go up to $120K in 4 years and blah blah blah. So he did a skill bridge. He got done. He sure the hell did not get that job. Now he's at a different job making less than $80K a year, because reality's reality, right? He thought he's going to telework and this whole thing. let's face reality. Nothing is promised to you. You don't know what the future is going to hit you with unless you get a signed contract that says we'll pay you this much, blah, blah, blah. You get nothing. So it's not about that. Number two, I'll go to. I'll pause there in case you have anything because I've rambled on a lot.
No. Go ahead.
So let's go to this retiring as tech sergeant. I like what Chief Simmons said, and it's hard to swallow. This is one of those things that it's hard to feed somebody this because if it was me, I probably wouldn't take it the same way. It shouldn't matter what rank you retire as because the rank does not make you at all. What you came in with and what you leave with is what matters. So if you didn't have any kids and now you got a family, didn't have any wife, and now you have a family, bro, that's successful. If you didn't have any degrees and now you got one or two, that's successful. If you only saw Modesto, California, you left and you saw 40 other countries, that's successful.
Yep.
None of this rank shit makes anything. You get a paycheck for the rest of your life until something changes, for the rest of your life for the service that you gave. That's success. Name another corporation that you could do 20 years and they gave you a paycheck. The only difference is we equate this earning by your monthly earning that you get when you retire by the rank that you left with. But guess what? When these retirees come through the BX, do I ever say, man, what rank did you retire as? Never. I never even thought about it. There was somebody I was talking to. He was a lieutenant colonel. I had no idea. He's a retiree. We had retirement appreciation day. He came in. He's retired lieutenant colonel. Had no idea and didn't give a shit. Didn't care. Because you know what? The next guy was a retired staff sergeant, was coming in looking for the same ID card. It does not matter. Now, it's a hard pill to swallow because we put so much on rank. We put so much on rank has its privileges. We put so much on you have to retire at this rank. Like, I'm sure you did everything you thought you could to get promoted. I don't know what this guy's career field was. That matters a lot. I don't know what bases he's been at. That matters a lot. I don't know what supervisor he has. That matters a lot. So you just might have not got the hand that you were dealt. Now, if you didn't make it to tech at 20 years, I might look at you a little different. But I don't know what kind of trouble this guy got in. I don't know if he got no trouble. There's a lot of equations in there that a lot of people don't know. So don't ever, for anybody on here that's watching this now or watching this later, think that because you did not make a certain milestone, that you did not be successful. I've never heard an NBA player say, because I'm not a Hall of Famer, I'm not successful. Never, ever, ever. Because I didn't make 40 All-Star games, I'm not successful. Never, ever, ever. So stop comparing yourself to other people when it comes to making rank. I know it's hard to swallow, but that's the best way I could say it.
I have to slightly disagree with you a little bit. I do agree when you say it doesn't matter which rank you make, but it only should matter to you, not because somebody else has judged you. Like case in point, Charles Barkley, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, he always thinks back and regrets the fact he never won a ring.
But
now, do people say you're not a Hall of Famer because you didn't win a ring like Shaq? No one really says that. But internally, that was a goal for his. And you know, most people in the Air Force, they always say enlisted, my goal is to make Mass Sergeant punt. That's a lot of people had that goal.
Yep.
And so for that tech sergeant to initially feel like he didn't reach that goal, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. As long as it gets to a point, he can come to grips and say he did the best he could. He served 20 plus years, and that's 1% of the population that has ever done it. But I think when people say it doesn't matter what you retire as, that's kind of half right. It only matters to the individual.
Correct.
Internally. Outside, it shouldn't matter. I think there's nothing wrong with that.
First of all, let me say about this 1% BS. I think that number is not
okay.
That number is not true anymore. If we look at the population holistically, right? That's what we're looking at. And the people that are in the military, it's more than 1%. It's almost, I think the last time I looked at it, it was almost 2% at this point.
I would like to see stats on that.
Here I go. Yep, here I go.
No,
Go ahead
I'm
and
just
talk.
being
Go
honest.
ahead and talk. We're talking about the
I'm a,
United States population,
okay.
right? Right now, it's 331, almost 332 million. 332
Okay.
million. United States is a population serving. Oh, I spelled serving wrong. In the military. I almost said Air Force. About 1.3 million in today are volunteer force. Active duty members now comprise less than 1%. Active duty. So if you say
Okay.
active duty members, you're right. If you say that, if you say the military as whole, Guard, Reserve, Coast Guard, blah, 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 blah. The number is 1.8% serve in the military as the military as a whole than just active duty. Active duty, yes, you're right. Less than 1% of the U.S. adults. But the military as a whole is more than 1%.
So what's the rub behind that? Like why?
Because people say that shit like it,
up?
people say that shit like it matters, like it means something. Less than 1% play in the NBA. Who cares? Who cares?
No, I disagree. That does matter. When you say who
Why?
cares, who cares?
Why?
It does.
It's a job
For a number of reasons.
I mean, I go to this job analogy.
For a number of reasons.
It's gonna be a long show. I see.
Maybe I'm just, I'm an old dude and I'm sentimental, but I honestly feel like when I was in the airport with Wendy today, and I'm looking around, I'm seeing all different types of races, types of religions, and things of that nature. And I said to myself, man, look at how great this country is. It's got its problems, but like all these people came from different walks of life, enjoying the freedoms they got. I saw a post on Instagram of a 40-year-old man that quit his six-figure job to run a YouTube channel and TikTok channel on video games. And he's making more doing that. Mm-hmm. What other country gives you the ability to do that? And these same people would say, thank you for your service. Like, what does that really mean to you? Because, like, in the end, there are people that are serving every day in uniform that gives you the privilege to be able to do that, to be able to just live your life pretty much any way you want. So when we say, or we tell, more importantly, armed forces members, you are the 1%. They need to hear that because unlike them, not too many folks are running to join the military. They're not. And it's a huge sacrifice. And I honestly think, in my opinion, the public don't quite get it. They don't. They don't.
Man.
And it's nice to have Veterans Day and thank you for your service. But I mean, look how many people lost their marriages. They missed out on birthdays, graduation, and we don't get paid enough. We don't. You got a kid, I'm sorry, not a kid, 21, 22-year-old on TikTok making 3 times more than a tech sergeant, and this tech sergeant is a crew chief launching jets to protect the country that gives him the ability to do that. Something about that seems weird. So,
I must say this, and please stop me if I go too far. None of the views or anything from unpopular celebrities is based on the military DOD as a whole. I didn't bring up the thing, but basically, there we go. Anything that comes from unpopular celebrities, all unofficial. None of the conversations or comments from us or guests represent DOD or the armed forces as a whole. Bro, I'll try to tackle all your points. One, you say we don't get paid enough, right?
No.
Tell me how much you think
you disagree?
should. Oh, 100%. 100%.
You think we get paid just enough what we deserve?
I think we get paid what we deserve. Just like
Nah.
back to the analogy. You have this freaking iPhone. I say it's worth $1,000. Well, somebody said, "Well, I'll give you $400 for it." It's only worth $400 at this point, right? So what I'm saying is, you get what people will pay you. So when you say we don't get enough money, how much would you say more? We'll just say more because we only got to say how much you get paid. Well, how much more would make you feel, I want to say,
I don't
appreciative
know the
or make,
exact dollar number. You would
so
have to
there
do.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, we get paid enough. Because if you can't give me an amount, like I think I should get 10,000
Ooh,
more a month.
no,
So
man.
if I say, Philly, I don't get paid enough for what I do. I should get $10,000 more a month for what I do. What would you say? Is that crazy?
I wouldn't know. I would have to do. So that's what I'm saying. When somebody says they should get paid more, it's not like they're going to be able to produce it right away.
Why not?
Now, somebody might say, "I need a raise." Because here's my point. Here's my point.
whoa.
You have to compare it to the market average, right?
So
If I am a chiropractor and there's a chiropractor in DC
He's
making
gonna get paid
$20,000 more, I can
Right.
say, look, I have the same certifications, I have the same skill set, but I'm making $20,000 less. I want to make the same amount for him. Plus, I get more clients.
Right.
Whereas as a tech sergeant, I can say, okay, well, I have a maintainer, aircraft maintainer that services Delta Airlines, and he's getting paid 6 figures. I service fighter jets and I work 12, 14-hour days. I would like to get paid the same amount as him. And they may be like, well, we can't do that because I don't know, for whatever reason, we don't have it in the budget. Okay, well, at least let's have a conversation to see if we can add more pay. Don't get me wrong. The DoD has done a pretty good job increasing, like every year we get some type of pay raise, 2.5 or whatever. But for what we do, I still think there's a huge pay gap. But let's not get caught up in let's not even go down the road about officer and enlisted. Let's not even go down that road. We can talk all day about that.
That one I agree with you with. That one I agree.
But see, if you agree with that, it's the same argument I have. Because a tech sergeant who's been in 16 years that's getting paid less than a lieutenant who's been in 2-3 years, because this lieutenant has a bachelor's degree, but this tech sergeant, maybe at 14 years he got a bachelor's. Shouldn't he be rewarded for that? I'm not saying, now I get it. Some people would say, you had a choice. You could have went and been commissioned.
No.
Well, don't say enlisted is the backbone of the Air Force. I think personally it's a slap in the face, personally.
I will say the only reason I respect that officers get paid more because their decisions are more catastrophic if they go wrong than enlisted decisions.
I don't agree with that.
Well, look, like all enlisted, including yourself, advise commanders on what to do. So you could say, you know what, Commander, I think we should, whatever, go left. And he says, you know what, thanks, Chief, let's go right. You be like, good idea, sir, we're going right. And we go right, and everybody dies. You could be like, I told you, Chief, or I told you, Commander. I said go left. He'd be like, you know what, I made this call. Or you could say, hey, Chief, back to the scenario. Hey, Commander, let's go right. He'd be like, you know what, good idea, Chief, let's go right. We all go right and everybody dies. You don't have to face that burden as far as answering to anybody. Maybe some people, but what they call it, something of command, the privilege of command, or whatever they call it.
Responsibility.
The ownership of command. Yeah, responsibility of command falls on him. So that decision that you make to say, let's go right, let's go left. And I'm talking about that in a day-to-day decisions. How many times does your commander, or you don't have to say you're specific, or a commander, make those decisions to say, let's go right or let's go left? And those decisions have consequences behind them. Our decisions have consequences, but it's more or less like, hey, we could fix it. Their decisions can't be fixed. So when I say, yes, I think commanders they're getting paid based on their responsibility. Enlisted don't get paid based on their responsibility. Enlisted gets paid Officers get paid based on their responsibility.
No, I agree with that. But when you say enlisted don't get paid based on their responsibility, if that's the case, all enlisted members would get paid the same thing. We don't. It's based on your rank and responsibility. So enlisted is the same. It's just we don't get paid as much as the officer.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
So here's my thing. I agree. Commanders had the burden of responsibility of command. Burden of command.
Damn.
I will agree with that. I agree with that 100%. I would not say a chief should get paid the same as an 06. But there's still a huge gap. Because I would tell you, you pay us to advise. And trust me, I've been down that road many times. Yes, the commander is ultimately responsible. To make no mistake, it also impacts the chief and the first sergeant.
But not as much.
Because not as much. But we still, I feel, do not get paid enough based on our skill set. I still don't. Like case point, I, as a chief, in my opinion, again, I wish I had the button about the disclaimer. I'm just being totally honest and transparent. I, as a chief,
I got it for you,
should get paid close to the same as a major or early entry lieutenant colonel. Maybe like 10,000, 20,000 less. I don't know. I don't have a pay chart in front of me. But case in point, we don't get access to the same professional development.
True.
Like, you know how many officers go?
Wait. Are we look, we're crossing.
How many chiefs get the opportunity to go to do that?
Wait, we're crossing the line.
It doesn't get advertised.
I can pause you. Pause. Are we going officer and enlisted, or are we going enlisted and civilian? Because now we're going down two different roads. We started off going enlisted and civilian, how that's different. And now we're going enlisted officer.
It's all encompassing because civilians, don't even get me started on the civilian piece. You know what I mean? I've learned a lot in this job. I will just say this. You have some, case in point, to that tech sergeant who's been in 22 years.
Yeah.
I don't know what his AFSC is, but he has an opportunity to get out, land a GS-12, GS-13 job based on the skill set, make more than a chief.
Mm-hmm.
So, Marlon, let me just make something clear, because I'm sure I'm going to have some people like, this dude is crazy. Look, everyone has a choice. I could have commissioned, just like you. Mm-hmm. I decided not to. There's no way I'm saying in any shape, form, or fashion that officers do not deserve what they get paid. All I'm saying is enlisted folks should get paid more, especially now. I don't have the metrics, but you have a lot of enlisted folks with advanced degrees, and a lot of them, related to their career field. So back to that same scenario, if I have a tech sergeant who's an aircraft maintainer, and he has a bachelor's degree related to his career field, why can't he get paid more based on achieving that versus a lieutenant who just came out of the academy or ROTC and he's making more? Yes, the lieutenant is in charge. He's the commissioned officer. That's his responsibility. All I'm saying is enlisted pay needs to be more. How much? I don't know. If you're saying the enlisted is the backbone of the Air Force, then do more. And I'll say this last point because I don't want to forget. Just like the professional development, I think, if I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me later in the comments, but like even with the SDAP pay, there was one point where all command chiefs were getting paid the same thing. And so now they base it off of tiers. Like, if I'm not mistaken, like MATCOM command chief gets paid more than a tier 2 wing command chief. And I agree. They have a more of a responsibility, no different than SimSAF, right? Mm-hmm. So if you expect chiefs to be at the table to advise commanders, I think we should have access to more professional development.
Yeah,
I do have a heartburn about it, but the National War College, we should be able to go.
I agree.
It's smaller numbers compared to officers, but if you got a command chief who's this is third time around, they should be given that opportunity, especially if they're producing, they're really good at their job. But I will be honest, full transparency, I don't know how they advertise these slots. Like, case in point, um, what's her name? Just bear with me. Oh man, she was on the show, former
Chris
commander.
Rogers. Chris Rogers.
Yes, she's been.
Mm-hmm.
K Wright has been. I can go down the line. Like, it's not like it went out on a mass push, like, hey guys, National War College, who would like to go? It's like you get groomed. But how many officers get to go?
All of them.
I remember one time somebody told me something about Congress and a percentage, and I don't know how true that is. I really don't. But if it is, that's ridiculous. Anyway.
I don't know. We could, I just think until you can give me a number, I can't agree with you on enlisted should get paid more. Because if I came to you and said, you know what? Hey, we're going to get all enlisted members an increase of $10,000 a month. Would you be like, damn, we're getting paid too much?
Something is better than enough.
You're not
I
answering my
I
question.
don't agree.
You're
If you
avoiding
say,
my question by not answering.
no. I'm trying to clarify something because when you say you have to have a number, I think that's ridiculous. Forgive me.
If you let me go down the road and go down with me, but you're avoiding.
Well, hurry up then. Go down the goddamn road.
All I'm saying is, if I said, hey, you're all enlisted members, your son is enlisted staff sergeant, he's going to get an increase of his check of $10,000 a month. Would you be like, damn, he's getting paid too much?
Depends,
yes or no?
I guess.
Why? What does it depend on? So, okay. Wait. I'll stop right there.
Okay,
wait, stay
I'm
with me.
listening.
What if I said $100,000 a month? Is he getting paid too much?
I'll indulge, maybe so.
I don't even know what that means.
That means the point you're trying to make, honestly, in my opinion, doesn't have any weight.
Let me tell you, you're not playing. You're not participating. So let me tell you the weight of it. I just told you in the beginning, you are what people will pay you for. So if I have these Jordans and I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to sell these for $20,000. Some people might be like, man, you're crazy. Nobody's going to pay you $20,000 for some Jordans. Other people might be like, I'll give you $100,000 for these Jordans. That's how much they are worth. It's worth whatever people will pay, right? You might look at it and be like, why did this fool pay $100,000 from some Jordans that's not even worth $20,000? It doesn't matter. That's what they're worth. So when I say about airmen, we are worth what we are willing to get paid, what people will pay us for. So whoever, Congress or whoever, says that, hey, these airmen are only worth this much amount of money because that's all we have in the budget, right? Is this much amount of money to pay the people. That's what we're worth. So it's not like we're getting paid less. It's not like you see anybody homeless. Do you see any military that are homeless?
Yes. Are you serious?
When you look at the percentage of people in the military, how many of them are homeless? Less than one?
I don't have the numbers, but I don't know where you've been. That's why we have like places like the Readiness Center. There are a lot of airmen that's on food stamps, bro.
Man,
I don't know the numbers.
We're gonna go down a dangerous road, and I'm trying not to. But basically, yeah, I won't even go there because I'm a really piss some people off. But
if you were going to say it's the airmen's fault for being on food stamps for not managing their money, yeah, that's probably a bad thing. That's a bad thing to say because again, I mean, I've been down the road when I was airman basic and I had 2 kids. I was barely making it at the paycheck I was getting, barely making it. I mean, there were times where we were struggling. Now, were we ever on food stamps? No, but we were damn near close.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bring it up. We'll just leave it there.
Airmen, everybody's different. When you say this person is experiencing this because they didn't do this and do that, everybody's different. Everybody doesn't have the same knowledge. It's just like saying every airman should know how to do their laundry or to budget a checkbook or whatever. Everybody's experience is different. So when people say, oh, well, they're having a bad time because they're not managing their money, I don't think I think that's wrong, man. Like everybody has a different experience, different access to knowledge and things of that nature. But anyway, so here's my issue with your point. It's almost like, and jump in if I'm wrong. It's almost like you're trying to say if you don't have a dollar amount, you don't have an argument.
Exactly. That I couldn't have
I
said it better
don't agree
myself.
with you. I don't agree. I don't agree with you.
Then you'll never get paid.
100%.
Then you'll never advance anybody. It's just like when you go in there and when you become a civilian and you start negotiating for your contract, right? Negotiating for your dollar amount. If you go in there and be like, hey, so hey, Philly, we're gonna pay you $100,000 a year. You'd be like, that's not enough. Well, how much should you get paid? I don't know, but I should get paid more.
My issue is it's like it's almost if I'm missing something, unless I'm missing something, it's almost like you're saying if you don't have the information and the figures in front of you, you don't have an argument, don't bring it up. And I don't agree with that. If that was the case, we wouldn't even get paid.
What you're telling
We
me is you
wouldn't
don't know
even
what you're
get
worth.
I'm listening.
What you're telling me is you don't know what you're worth.
No, that's not the case. Bro, you are comparing the corporate world to the military. It's two different things. It's too different.
But you're saying you should get paid more.
It's not that simple first of all, we have the largest workforce in America. Do we not?
Yeah, that's true.
So for an airman or a group of airmen to say we don't get paid enough, and you say, well, how much should you get paid? How are they going to factor that in? You might have a cop that feels like they should get paid more than a maintainer that feel like they get paid more than a personnel troop, a first sergeant who feel like they should get paid more than a command chief. The fact of the matter is, if they bring it up and they say, hey, we feel like we should get paid more, it would be wrong for them to say, well, how much more? They're not going to have that. The best they can do is say, hey, look, let's look at the pay raise the past 5 to 10 years. And let's compare it to the pay raise in the civilian sector and let's meet in the middle. That's what they've been doing anyway.
So
but for somebody to say, well, you don't have the figures, you can't bring it up. That's ridiculous.
Here's why it's flawed. Here's why your argument's flawed. You bring that to whoever you're going to bring it to. We should get paid more. I'll say, you know what? In January, sir, I gave you a 2-point whatever it was increase. So I paid you more. So how much more is it going to make until you're happy? Because you know what? This January, I'll give you another 2.5. So I am paying you more. You asked for more. I'm giving you more. It's just like when people say, hey, I need more time off. Okay, I'll give you an hour a day to do PT. I gave you more time off. Unless you have specifics, you get what people will give you. And that's what I'm saying. People are trying to fight this fight, saying, I need to get paid more. Well, what's more? I don't know. I just need to get paid more. Okay, I gave you a 2.5% increase. I gave you more. Did you make more this year than you made last year? 100%.
It's not that simple.
I'm not saying it's that simple. You're saying
because
it's that
I think
simple.
what you're failing to mention is when we've been saying this is nothing new.
No, it's not.
We've been saying this for quite some time. The only difference between your argument and what I'm saying is what you didn't mention is when they bring this up, they use metrics. They compare what the civilian sector are getting paid extra every year. They compare the inflation, the current inflation in America, and then the living condition.
Yep.
And they base it off of that. So it's not like it's just coming out of thin air and say we need to be paid more. They're looking at, as a tech sergeant, these are the challenges I'm having based on what I'm getting paid. And you're saying I'm valuable. I could take my talents to the civilian sector, but because I can't afford to survive on what I'm making. And then what you said earlier too, when you say, well, almost like to the point where you're saying, well, you got to do a better job budgeting money.
I didn't say that.
You didn't say that. You didn't say that.
Okay.
But I would, if I was a bed man, it was almost like you was kind of hinting to that.
I did.
And so to that, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm multitasking. All right. So to that argument, if you have somebody that says they need to be paid more and they're pushing up all these factors, That's why the SimSav goes to Congress and they testify about it. Now, when you say, well, a dollar figure, again, largest workforce in America, there's a lot to impact. There's a lot of things they're trying to build and create as far as weapon systems. Like, what more can we give them? I think, if I'm not mistaken, when former President Trump was in the seat, it was like the highest pay raise we had in whatever. I can't remember
40
the
years
exact.
or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So that's a start. But even then, we say we need to be paid more. So one thing I will agree with you, just because you say you need to be paid more doesn't necessarily mean it's an emergency. It just means, is it because you need to be paid more because for quality of life, or because you feel like what you bring to the military is not valued enough in the civilian sector? Because you're not going to get paid the same as the civilian sector. It don't work that way. There's no difference in officers. You've got officers who lead 400 people in the squadron, not to mention the wing. And you got CEOs getting paid more than them. So it's across the board.
Yeah.
Let me just say this. I think the Air Force, I'll just speak for just the Air Force, on the Air Force side, in my opinion. I think we are doing everything we can to improve the quality of life for the airmen and raise the quality of life and the pay. But I mean, this is nothing new. Just more needs to be done. It just more needs to be done. And I think in order for airmen to feel like they're appreciated, obviously they want time and they want money. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. I can't agree. I'm trying to agree with some points of you. I am comparing corporate America to the military as far as when you ask for things, but I'm also comparing it to when anybody asks for something. It's just I think you just need to, if you're going to ask for something, you need to know what you're asking for. And it really kind of, when you have a large workforce and you say, we need this, we need better dormitories, we need better anything. What does that mean? Like, nobody has, and then it's like, so what you're doing is leaving it up to me to give you what that more is. You need to get specific on what you want. Otherwise, you're just gonna get what people will give you. Back to the analogy of the shoes.
I smile because, again, it seems like you are comparing corporate America to the military.
That's what you're doing.
Do that.
You're just saying I could get paid more in corporate America if I leave.
Yes, that's a different comparison. What you keep trying to say or prove, or the point you're making, is that if you want be paid more, if you want more, you need to know exactly what it is. And it doesn't work that way in the military. It doesn't. Because in the civilian sector, if I tell you, boss, I want to be paid more, because in this corporation on the other side of the town, they're making this amount of money. I have more experience, more knowledge, more credentials. I want to be paid that much money. Well, sorry, you're not going to get it. All right, well, I quit. You can't do that in the military.
You're right.
You can transition out, but you just can't simply quit. And then not only that, you can go straight to your boss, your CEO or vice president, and demand a raise. You can't do that in the military.
You're right.
That stuff flows up. Now, they might go into chats, channels, Facebook, or whatever. And before I forget, going back to your point about, you said something about people complaining about their dorms, they want better dorms. Again, it's not that simple. What one airman may want, another airman may want. Not to mention what the leadership may want. Like, case in point, these apartment complexes in some of these bases, like 1 or 2 bases are done at, like Cannon and Edwards. Apartments. So some airmen may feel like, hey, I would rather stay off base and get paid BAH and BAS. I'm a grown man, grown woman. I would rather do that.
I heard that.
But your leadership may say, no, you're an airman. I want you on the base. I want to be able to go visit you in your dorm room and I want you to eat it to deep fat because if you don't, you're not going to eat a nutritious meal.
Yep.
So you kind of caught in the middle. You know what I mean? Which looks right? Is it give the airmen what they want based on maturity, or go back to the old school system and say, okay, well, you're just gonna have to stay in the dorms in the deep fat.
Yeah.
Oh, and go to the deep fat.
That's a tough conversation. I will agree with you with the pay. Like, usually when corporations give people more money, it's because their business is about money. Our businesses is not about making money, right? Our
Nope.
business is not about how much money we earn every year. And other corporations who get paid that amount, they get paid, except for your influencers and stuff like that. They get paid based on how much they influence. But Google, you know, whatever company, Bucky's, it doesn't matter. If they make more money, they could pay more money. We don't operate like that. So I think that's the one big difference is I do agree we should get paid more. If you were to hold a gun to my head and said how much more, I would say each rank should get about a $500 or excuse me, a $250 check increase to make it a $500 a month increase. Where that pocket goes to, probably BAH more than anything, more than just base pay. I think it should go to BAH at this point in time. If interest rates and inflation fixes itself, I think that should get transferred to base pay. But of course, BAH doesn't get taxed, base pay does. So when you say a $500 a month increase, most of that's going to go to your taxes. That's why I say BAH. But that's if you're holding a gun to my head and asking me why.
And so that's interesting you say that, because when you go back and say you got to know what you want, you said you think enlisted should get extra $500 a month, right?
BAH, yeah.
But if you look at it, like, we might be getting that now.
No extra, like on top of whatever you're getting now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like case in point, like I hit 30 next year. I think my raise is like $480 a month
to your base
pay.
I'm
already getting that to my base pay.
I said BAH.
Well, you can't do that. That doesn't make sense. You can't do that.
Because not everybody gets BAH.
Not just that. It's basic allowance for housing. It's based on the housing market.
I guess you didn't hear everything.
You didn't say that. You said BAH.
No, I said BAH because if inflation fixes itself, if housing markets fix itself, then that $500 should be transferred to your base pay. I wouldn't want a $500 a month base pay increase because all that's going to do is get swallowed up in my taxes. So it's pretty much like I'm paying more.
I would rather there be more tax breaks or relief for military members.
I mean, you get that once you're a veteran.
Like, for instance, you shouldn't have to pay for vehicle registration everywhere across the United States. You should have to pay for a driver's license. You should. There was things that military folks, if you're active duty, to me, that would offset. I think some of the that will offset some of the some of the pay that we're missing. We shouldn't have to do that. Not only that, I think I'm not going to go as far as to say we should be able to fly free. But personally, I think we should get a significant like reduction in fare.
Yeah, well, they
like
supposedly
10%
have military
or
discounts.
something.
Well, they supposedly have military discounts, but those are hit or miss.
Come on, let's be honest. Like, it's funny. I'll be honest, full transparency. When I go out, I don't never ask someone if they have military discount. You know why? Because it's kind of personal. Because I don't want to feel dissed, like, oh, we don't have it, and then I get pissed off. Right? My wife asks every time.
Yeah,
and most of the time she's right, but when she doesn't get it, it makes me so mad. Especially when they say, like, at this point, we went to the Yard House in Tucson. They said, we don't have military discount here. They only have it in Phoenix.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What sense does that make?
It's because of the franchise. Their franchise just doesn't do it.
But my point is, it's not advertised.
G. Harris
it's like some people do it, some people don't.
Yeah.
Oh, Gene said we should fly free. I would be all for that.
Yeah, I'm sure
I'll be all for that.
I'm sure everybody would. That's a little too much. But I do agree. I think if you were to do anything, I think our interest rates while you're in should not change.
Absolutely.
I think your interest rate should be locked
Absolutely.
in for everything at
Absolutely.
4% for everything.
Absolutely.
So I think here's a good one. I think military members with bachelor's degrees should get a monthly increase because number one, extra higher knowledge helps the force grow in the right direction. Number two, you can get out and make more money, so pay to keep people in based off degrees. Um, I think it's Brendan. Uh, Brandon.
Brandon.
Brandon. I'll say the first point: extra higher knowledge helps the force grow in a direction. I think we're forgetting about experience. Does that as well? I think if you use your degree, back to Philly's point, if you use your degree, it makes sense. But if I got just a bachelor's degree in human development, or we'll say HR is a degree. But if I get a degree in HR, sure, it could help out everywhere. But it's I guess how you use your degree. Some people just have degrees and don't use it. Yeah, so back to the point. You could get out and make more money. You can. You could stay in, be an influencer and make more money. There's a lot of ways to make more money. If you're saying it's guaranteed 100%, as Pat McAfee says, 100%er, that you're going to get paid more leaving with a degree, everybody would get out. But there's no guarantee. So stop saying you can get more money. That's 100% true. You can, but there's no guarantee. Chief, I see you making the point. Gene Harris said, "What about master's degrees?" Good point. Go ahead.
So let me say this. I agree with Brandon, and I disagree. And here's the reason why I disagree. I disagree to what you said. Like it's. I'm not saying I disagree with you, but what I'm saying is I'm agreeing with you, but disagreeing with him.
Got you.
If I'm a defender and I get a degree in Homeland Security or emergency management, I should get paid more. If I'm a defender and I get a degree in botany or vehicle management, no, I shouldn't get paid more. You know why? Because I cannot use it related to my career field.
There
If
you
I'm
go.
not mistaken,
Yeah.
that was like the hush 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 type of assume type of idea that people would have, like, hey, if you're going to get a degree, it should be related to your career field, because if not, they're going to think you're just worried about yourself and not the job. So people would just get their CCAF degree and get a bachelor's degree related. I fed into the Kool-Aid too. That's what I did.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't plan on being a cop when I get out.
Not at
So
all.
my bachelor's degree in criminal justice and my CCF degree in security or administration, I'm not gonna be able to do that. I can use my degree in psychology. I can use that, but you should be paid. If, to Brandon's point, if you decide to get your degree in your career field, you should be paid more. Especially, I think it like this: you get your degree, you should be able to take a test or something to show your knowledge level has been elevated based on your degree.
Yeah.
And you should be paid more and evaluated as such. So every year you get an additional valuation to prove that you earn your pay hike. So in other words, just because you got a degree, now you got to bear fruit. You're going to get additional responsibility. You're going to get more metrics where you're going to be judged by. If you don't meet those metrics, it's like an SDAP, you lose it.
Yep.
Based on your degree. That's what I
like that. I like that. It shouldn't be too much. $250, $100 a paycheck. Not 250. 250 is good. It shouldn't be. It's
real quick,
crazy.
I wanted to touch on what Dell asked about warrant officers.
Yeah, so you missed. We had Chief Bass here Friday, and she gave one of her speech to everybody, whatever you call all call. And somebody asked somebody asked about something. She went to warrant officers and said, when she took the seat 3 years ago, and sorry if she's watching if I say this wrong, if she took the seat 3 years ago, she'd say warrant officers are not needed, but the state of the force now, she thinks warrant officers are needed. Go ahead.
I do agree. The only caveat I have to that is so so somebody jump in if I'm wrong. The science behind warrant officers is you have technical experts at a specific job,
Correct.
right? They're officers, but there are technical experts. I mean, that's what tech sergeants are supposed to be, right? And plus, they do that specific job. So in other words, if I'm a warrant officer as a cop, especially as a cop who is a law enforcement guy, all I do is law enforcement.
That's
I don't
it.
get the command,
That's right.
but I am a law enforcement technician.
That's right.
Isn't that what tech sergeants are in a way?
Not
So
no
here's
more.
my thing. This goes back to Brandon's point, and he added some more commentary. I'll get to that in a minute. But as a tech sergeant, if I get a degree in, say, police management, I should be given the opportunity to be a warrant officer, but just know you go no farther than that.
Mhm.
All you get to do is be a warrant officer and just do law enforcement. That's it. So you won't get the opportunity to go beyond being a CW. That's it. I think you would probably keep more people because, like, some people, that's all they want to do. They're just like,
Mhm.
I just want to
Mhm.
work on C-130s. That's it. That's
Mhm.
my jam.
Mhm.
I don't want to go to A-10s or F-15s or F-35s. It's too advanced for me. I don't know. So, yeah, that's my thought. The only problem is it would have to be limited. And unfortunately, you would get to a point where it's going to be the have and have nots.
Yep.
Because everybody can't be a warrant officer. They're going to have
Yep.
to make it to a small number. And how do you determine that? Is it going to be based on your GPA? Is it going to be the same metrics you use when enlisted go to select PO? You know, they look
Mhm.
at your whole package and your EPBs or something. And then some people are going to be upset about that. Hey, I got this degree, but I can't be a warrant officer all because my last CPR 3 years ago got a markdown on it, or my commander didn't approve of it. That's the
Yeah, I
only
think
bad thing about
you
it.
know what? I think it should be a thing, and this is just Dominic off the top of his head, and we'll get to Brandon's points because I want to hit on his degree stuff again. But he must have a degree in something.
Oh, I
But
can't wait to get to Gene's point. But anyway,
okay, we'll get to these and we'll get off because we've been on for 2 hours waiting on you. But
I don't care.
so
I can
warrant
wait a
officer,
minute.
I'll hit this real quick. I think it should be a thing. If you ask Dominic on top of his head how he would do it, if you are a tech sergeant, you make master sergeant, or a staff going to tech, or a tech that's been in 2 years. I'll say that. One of those three combinations. You have the opportunity to go warrant. You get your package to get looked at to go warrant officer. And then from there, we would take it from there. But I think it should be a rank specific thing. Excuse me. Coming as enlisted, and then you have the opportunity to transfer into warrant officer. I'm not sure if Army or Navy just go straight warrant officer. I don't know. But anyway, we'll go to these points because then we got to get off. I got to go. So you want to go to Gene's point or you want to go back to Brandon's point?
Let's go to Brandon because he was first.
Okay. So even as a defender, if I get a degree in whatever, you have to take classes in math, English, et cetera, but the degree helps with time management, discipline, multitasking. Even for English classes, helps write EPB policies or whatever. His next comment was, I don't want to miss this one. Degrees are more than the end product, but really the work that it takes to get it. I can go first or you can go.
I did the rewind button because that doesn't pass the litmus test, Brandon. I'm sorry, man. Here's why. Yeah, it takes discipline to do all that, but then what is the specialty in the degree? That's the key, the specialty. Yes, if I'm a defender and I get a degree in theology, yes, I took a math class, I took an English class, and I took a whatever class, but how does it help me be a law enforcement officer?
That's what she just said. That's what
You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that it's I get it. A degree shows your discipline, but let's be honest, and that's a topic for another day. We have access to so many tools that kind of help you get your degree. Not insinuating that you're one of them, but let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Getting a degree back then, brick and mortar, is different than now.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So let's be honest. But anyway, I digress. If you get a degree in emergency management, to me, that's related to being a police officer. But if you get a degree in theology and you're a police officer, it's hard for me to pay you more just because you took a math class, a history class, and calculus class. I don't need that as a defender. I need you to show me different specific stuff. Because let's be honest, those classes you mentioned, those are core classes, are they not?
Yes.
They're in every degree plan. But when you have a class that says emergency management or crisis intervention, that's not in every degree plan. And that's what I'm paying you for.
So would you say certificates maybe? Like Air Force Cool type stuff?
Nope.
Not even that. Okay. Let's go to Gene stuff. Let's go to Gene stuff because I want to get this and then we'll get out of here. How would this even work? I'm not sure what he's talking about even work. Maybe with the warrant officer stuff. In the Air Force, we are MCA. I think it's called MRA now. But due to force.
MRA?
Yeah. Mission Ready Airman.
Never heard that.
It's not MCA. It's Mission Ready Airman now. You're welcome. I'll say, hey, don't worry. I'll send you the
Bro, are you serious?
Yeah, it's not MCA no more. It's MRA. Mission Ready Airman. Yep, just changed a couple weeks ago. Due to force shape now. All right, hold on. Let me see. Gene, he said he made that up. I'm 100%. Come on, G. Don't do me like that. I wouldn't make stuff up like that. Hold on. Why do we push degree completion at all? If degrees are individual goals, why do we weigh it for professional promotion?
It's just another factor. You know, the only way, the gateway to get into the dance that's called promotion to the top 2 enlisted ranks is to having a CCF or associate's degree equivalent. It's just another metric. It's just another metric.
Yep. All right, let's go, Gene. I told you I gotta go. But you're saying, but you're saying it doesn't matter. Wait, Baps, are you saying me or him? Let me know. Let me know who's saying it doesn't matter. All right, go ahead. Go ahead with the MCA thing, and then wait for her.
Okay. I just want to say, because Gene said force shape, MCA or MRA, whatever it's called, is not due to force shaping. Is that what he's trying to say?
Yeah, we did MCA due to the force shape now.
No, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe he doesn't mean force shape. But
you say degrees don't matter. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'll go back. I'll get that because I'm getting shots thrown at me. I'll just in a minute. Okay, so MCA or MRA, what it's called, is not due to force shape. It's not. It is we've been doing MCA for decades. We just put a name to it. We've been doing it for decades. It's just we're trying to convince airmen, one, we're too functionally separated. So if I grab a personnelist and tell her to work the gate, they're going to look at me like I'm crazy. Like, I'm not a defender.
Right.
But you're part of force protection. Remember when Kobar Towers happened and they started force protection and everybody get more aware of force protection?
You're the only one that remembers that.
Whatever. Anyway. Unlike you, I remember my history. I wanted to get into WAPS testing, but anyway, that's why force protection came around, right?
Okay,
we're trying to convince airmen with this new fight that may come. You cannot concentrate on just your specialty. A cop is a medic, an engineer, a logistics person, a fuel person, a maintainer is a cop. Like, when we need you, we gonna grab you. And you got to have that mindset. That's all we're doing. I think, people think of MCA like we're too lazy to get more people. No, we're not. We're not getting enough people. So if the flag goes up, we need you to be able to do a multitude of things. Now, quickly to Nikki's point. So when you said, but I said degrees don't matter. Maybe I didn't clarify, but if we're talking about the possibility of having a warrant officer and people enlisted getting paid more for degrees, right? So if we're trying to say warrant officers, they're technical experts. And in order to prove you're a technical expert, you should be doing anything and everything you can to prove that you are a technical expert more than the person to the left and right or whatever. So when somebody said in the comments about what about officers? Like officers just get a degree and they get commission. Now remember, we said this earlier in the show. We all have a choice whether we want to be commissioned or enlisted. I can't control that, right? I can't control that. You could have somebody get a degree in law and be a missileer.
Right.
And then I can do about that, right? We're talking specifically warrant officers for enlisted folks. So if you everybody can't be a warrant officer, but to be a warrant officer, I would argue you should have a degree that's related to your specialty. And even though it doesn't say it in the AFI or some board charge, trust me, when you get a degree that's related to your specialty, it does hold some weight versus somebody that has a degree that's outside their specialty. You won't read it anywhere, but it is valued. And I agree, it should be. Now, I'm not saying your degree doesn't mean anything because trust me, again, I don't want to be a cop. And so that's why I got a degree in psychology too. But that is a choice I made. That is a choice you made. So I think it's wrong for folks to assume you should be paid more just because you have a degree. I get it. Officers are different for a reason. That is the gateway. Correct me if I'm wrong. That is the gateway to being a commissioned officer is to have a undergrad degree. Is that correct?
That's correct.
It doesn't say a particular degree. We are talking specifically enlisted folks and the potential of having a warrant officer system. And I think that's how it should work.
People make that choice based off financial situations prior to coming in. 100%. 100%. All right.
Yep.
Anyway, I got to go, Chief.
All right, y'all.
It's been real.
Good talking.
Yeah, you can continue the show if you want, but I got to go. If you want to just end it
No,
now.
I won't do that, man. The Niners on anyway.
All right. Well, go ahead and enjoy y'all L.
Hey, it's good talking to you guys.
Yeah, it's good to talk. Man, what about me?
Well, you too.
You act like we just
I'll go. If y'all got any more comments, I'll go through the comments and answer them and stuff, and we'll hold them to the next show. That's right, Nikki. Go Eagles, go Birds. We up 6-0, so that's a good thing.
Hey, cry, laugh now, cry later. All right. Anyway, unpopular celebrities, man. Appreciate y'all for being on. See y'all next week. We out here. Peace.
Cheers.